AI is here. I mean, it's already reshaping things around us, but, for you as a filmmaker, what does that really mean? Are you seeing it maybe as a threat or perhaps an untapped creative partner? Today, we're doing a deep dive into, one of the biggest transformations facing creatives right now, artificial intelligence, and its profound implications for film and TV. We're getting straight to the good stuff today, exploring insights from the acclaimed writer and director Afia Nkrumah's new book, AI for Filmmakers.
Mm-hmm.
What I find really compelling is her perspective. She actually calls herself a technophobe,
Right.
yet she was an early tester for Google Labs AI, which, that alone tells you she probably gets both the fear and the potential here.
Exactly. And our mission today really is to just cut through all the hype and maybe some of the fear that swirls around AI.
Yeah.
We want to understand how it's already working in the industry right now, what tools are actually out there for you. And crucially, what are the big questions it raises for anyone making films? We'll be digging into the core messages Afia Nkrumah lays out in the book.
Yeah, and it's so important to get that AI isn't some far off thing. It's already baked into our daily lives. Think about how you choose what to watch on Netflix. That's AI doing its thing, right? Suggesting shows.
Mm-hmm. All those recommendations.
Or for people on set, getting those real-time weather reports. Super crucial for planning shoots. That's AI too.
Absolutely.
So it's not this future thing to worry about later. It's happening now. And if you're serious about working in film or TV, ignoring it really isn't an option anymore, is it? Okay, so let's unpack that first big takeaway from the book. AI isn't coming to filmmaking. It's here. It's already influencing how films get made, from the very first idea right through to the final edit.
Yeah, and what Nkrumah really highlights is just how present it is. It's not just theoretical. And what's fascinating is how the book frames it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not presented as this, scary competitor. Instead, Afia Nkrumah calls it a secret weapon, or maybe even your most reliable crew member.
A reliable crew member. I like that.
Right. The book shows how these AI tools can genuinely help professionals at pretty much every single stage of filmmaking.
Yeah.
It's changing how the work gets done. Like take writers, for example. AI can be a fantastic brainstorming partner.
Mm.
Not just for new ideas, but maybe getting past writer's block. You can generate scene variations, dialogue options really quickly.
Instead of staring at a blank page for days.
Exactly. And for directors, visualizing scenes, creating pre-visualizations. Things that used to take ages can be done much faster now. Afia Nkrumah even talks about using AI herself to generate diverse images for her own projects. Exploring looks really fast.
Wow.
And then for producers, it's huge. Staying organized, managing all the logistics in real time, smoothing out those complex workflows can make things much less chaotic.
And that connects directly to filmmakers, right? Maybe you're struggling to put together a killer pitch deck.
Yeah.
Or you're an indie filmmaker and just can't afford a storyboard artist.
Right, those practical hurdles.
The book suggests AI can actually step in and fill those gaps. It makes these high-end tools, things that used to be only for big studios, way more accessible.
Precisely. And that ties into the bigger idea Nkrumah puts forward. AI is essentially democratizing filmmaking. It's putting powerful tools, sophisticated capabilities into the hands of way more creators, people who maybe didn't have the resources before. And that could really open things up for more diverse voices, different kinds of stories getting told. It might shift things,
Okay, so if AI is this potential crew member, this powerful tool, how do we actually work with it? How do we direct it? Because, the book really stresses, just having the tool isn't the whole story. You need to learn its language.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets super interesting, right? The book dives into the skill of prompting, the art of giving AI specific instructions to get the results you actually want.
And this skill, it's absolutely a game changer. It kind of blows up that myth that AI just gives you random stuff.
Right, it's just guessing.
Exactly. I mean, sure, you can get those funny glitches. Sometimes we've all seen the AI images with extra fingers or weird limbs.
Yeah, the classic AI art fails.
Right. But the book teaches that with the right kind of prompting, you guide the AI. You can get stunning visuals or nail that marketing copy or whatever you need. It even introduces specific methods, like the RICE-Q method, to give structure to your prompts.
RICE-Q, what's that stand for?
It helps you think through the role for the AI, the specific instructions, any constraints or boundaries, giving clear examples, and then asking the right question. It's a framework.
Okay. A structured way to talk to the AI.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It stops you getting just, gobbledygook, as the book puts it.
Exactly. It avoids those useless outputs. Being able to direct your AI like a pro as Nkrumah says, that's what unlocks its real creative power.
It turns it from this unpredictable thing into something you can actually control and use intentionally.
It really does. It's about precision. So the takeaway for any creative professional listening is pretty clear. Getting a handle on this AI language, mastering prompting, it's becoming essential.
Yeah.
It's not just about learning new software. It's fundamentally a new way to communicate your creative ideas.
Which inevitably brings us to, well, the elephant in the room. What does this all mean for jobs? For human creativity itself, is AI going to replace people? Or is it more like the magic behind the curtain, just helping us do what we already do, but maybe better or faster? The book and our chat today really has to tackle these uncomfortable truths, these really big questions, friend or foe.
And AI for Filmmakers definitely doesn't shy away from them.
Yeah.
That's a real strength.
Yeah.
It dives right into the tough stuff, the ethical questions. And Nkrumah talks about things like the copyright battles happening right now.
Oh, yeah, with artists' work being used to train models.
Exactly, without consent. Huge questions about ownership there. And it looks at broader things, too, like data surveillance issues. And, of course, that central debate. Is AI actually hindering creativity, making things generic?
Yeah.
Or is it enhancing it, opening up new possibilities?
Nkrumah's take seems really balanced, though.
Yeah.
She acknowledges that AI doesn't have a soul, right? That human spark, the emotion, the lived experience. AI doesn't have that.
Right. That's a key distinction she makes.
But she argues pretty strongly that it can empower diverse voices. It can level the playing field by making tools and opportunities more accessible. Maybe it helps storytellers who were previously shut out. So less about replacing, maybe more about amplifying.
That's the core of her argument, I think. The
Yeah.
book ultimately advocates for AI as a powerful tool to enhance storytelling and, again, democratize filmmaking. It's not positioning it as a replacement for human talent. It's more about adapting, learning to collaborate with these new technologies, evolving your skills. Really gives a comprehensive look at how AI can assist filmmakers across the board, pre-production, production, post, even distribution.
So wrapping things up a bit. We've seen today that AI isn't sci-fi anymore. It's a real present-day force in filmmaking. It can be this incredibly powerful creative assistant. We've talked about how crucial it is to learn prompting, to actually speak AI's language effectively. And we've definitely touched on those big, vital questions about the ethics, the impact. Is it a friend or a foe, or maybe something in between?
It leaves you thinking, doesn't it? If AI really can empower more diverse voices and democratize the whole process, what kinds of new stories could emerge? Stories we haven't seen before, and maybe, just maybe, how does that change who gets to make films and what we all end up seeing on our screens? It's a pretty profound potential shift.
Absolutely. Hopefully this deep dive into Afia Nkrumah's AI for Filmmakers has given you a lot to think about, maybe even made you rethink some things about AI in films. So the question for you is, what aspect of AI in filmmaking are you going to explore next after hearing all this? Definitely check out the book for even more detail.